Hey guys, welcome to YS Khong Driving, and today we have another surprise for you. This, my dear friends, is a 12-year-old Volkswagen Golf that belongs to my daughter. She's away, but she loves the car so much that she wants me to keep it for her forever. So what we have done is we sent it to this place called CraftLab, and the car is 12 years old. So what they have done is to try to restore it back to its original glory as far as possible. So they did some work on the outside, which is basically the paintwork and restoration of some of the parts, and also did some work on the interior. Let's take a look and see what CraftLab has done to this car. So let's just take a walk around the car. This car is 12 years old, and look at it. They have done a very good job of the paint work, and this is the original color that they sprayed back for us, and you can see that the paint work is actually quite flawless. Looks very nice, and they have done some work to the rear lights, clean it up, and it looks as good as new. And this is the back part of the car. And we walk again on the right hand side. That's the driver's side, and we can see the car is looking very good. So that was a quick walk around on the outside. So let's have a look at some of the work in detail. I've had a lot of disappointing paint works before, but this one really looks like it's a great job done by CraftLab. Okay, just for your information, CraftLab is a one-stop center where you can go to make your old car look good or your new car look even better. So what they have done was they took this 12-year-old car and did a very good job to refurbish everything. So looking at the front, they have not done much to the front except for the painting of the car, yeah? But here is where they did an additional job. The headlights were really bad, and what they did was they changed the headlight cover, and the inside was also faded, and I didn't want to spend the money on changing the inside. So what they did was they sprayed the inside black. So if you look very closely, you'll find that the inside part, you see here, it's all sprayed black, and it looks really good. So here's a closer inspection of the bonnet, and the paint work is done very well. Well, I took a look at it before and I did some paint recovery, but what happened was the paint was so bad, it had been worn down to the undercoat, so there was no choice but to do a respray. And what CraftLab have done is they have resprayed the whole car, the front part of the car, which includes the bonnet, fenders on both sides, the headlamps, bumpers, and even the fog light here have been given a Ppf treatment, which is a transparent layer, a little bit rubbery, and it's thicker than a normal sticker you have on the car. And what it is it protects the car against stone chips, and it is self-healing. So it protects the paint, at the same time it also protects it against stone chips. Of course, if you get a very big stone, then it's a different matter lah. The Ppf treatment is only at the front up to the door level here. The other parts of the car are supposed to be treated with a ceramic coating, but we need to get the paint to cure because this is fresh from the paint shop, and we need to cure the paint for a couple of months before we put the ceramic coating on. And the reason why they put the Ppf in the front is to minimize the chances of stone chips. So in a couple of months we are going to put in the rest of the ceramic coating, and that will make the car really nice and insulated against all kinds of weather and other things that are likely to damage the paint. So technically, after the ceramic coating has been done. All I need to do is just wash the car with normal car shampoo, and that will keep the paint in good condition for a very, very long time. So next we'll take another look at the headlight on this side. The same work has been done. So as I said before, this cover is changed because it was damaged, and then they have painted the inside of the headlight black. Okay, moving on, we look at the wheels. So the wheels look good, right? Well, these are the same wheels that we put on the car many years ago. They are non-standard, but we bought them off a GTI that was going for conversions. They haven't done anything on the inside, but for the rims, what they did was they sandblasted everything down to bare metal, and then they painted the entire rim black. And after they painted it, they did some machining, and they machined this part. They ran a lathe over it, and you can see that this became bare metal. But after this became bare metal, so the black paint that they painted remains there, so it looks like it's very well, the joint is seamless, yeah. So the part that they painted black is here, and the rest of it they machined it away to give you this glossy finish. But to preserve the glossy finish, they also coated it, so this rim looks really nice, and it looks as good as the day it came out of the workshop. Yeah, there's a bit of dirt here on the VW sign, but well, this one probably needs to be replaced lah. If I want, I can buy just the badge and put it in, and it will be good. So that is what they've done to the wheels, and they did it to all 4 wheels. So along the sides, they just cleaned up the rubber. I don't think they did anything to it. Maybe they used a bit of rubber cleaner, but it looks pretty good. So at the back, they did the same thing to the rear wheels, and it's the same all the way around. Okay, for here, they cleaned up the headlights, and it looks as good as new. So what they did was they opened it up, and they did some cleaning. And this part, they talked to me about it, but it actually means having to take out the whole glass and redo it. So I said no, let's not do it, because when you open it up, you also run the risk of breaking the glass. So at the back, nothing much has been done except for the paint work, and of course this light here. So actually, the overall view of the car is really, really good. So that's the outside of the car, guys. So let's take a look at the inside. Okay, I remember from when the time I sent it in, this part was done by me because my friend Thomas did this for me as a favor. So this is actually carbon fiber layering on top of the original piece of plastic. What was here was there was some kind of rubberized stuff, and it was melting, you know. Over the years it was getting very soft, and it was, you know, coming off. So this was what we did. But the other part of the problem I had was this part was all like crumpled up because the fabric material was coming out from the backing thing. I think there was some sponge inside. So what they have done is they have refilled it, and they have done it back nicely, so it looks really nice now. Okay, this is untouched from original, and this is also untouched, but what they have done is they have cleaned it up. So they have done cleaning all around the edges, so it really looks nice. So it's detailed, so all the dirt that was inside here has been cleaned off. So you can see they have done a very good job. And then inside, I don't know if they did anything, but I used the Karcher Putzi cleaner to clean this seat. Maybe I didn't do a good job, but it looks cleaner than when I did it. So maybe they have done a redo of the job. So the dashboard and all the material here has been cleaned up, and they even cleaned the roof lining, so it looks good. So the inside on the other side, the same thing has been rendered by my friend Thomas, and they didn't do that part. But here's the interesting part. Let's go inside the car. It's very hot. I'm gonna start the engine. Okay, we are inside the car, and they have cleaned up the steering and all the dirt. Okay, the first thing about refurbishing a car is actually cleaning up. So they have actually done a very good job. You can see the A-pillar and also the roof lining. It's all done very nicely, and it's clean. And what you see up there is my sound recorder, so don't worry about it. The top of the dashboard here has been cleaned, nothing much done to it. But here's the interesting part. So this part here was melting because it had this soft rubber feel on it before, the soft feel plastic, and it's actually a layer of rubber that was covering this, and I put in some fiberglass wrapping, and I didn't do a very good job. So I told them to see what they can do about this, and because I can't afford to replace it, what they did was they took it off and they cleaned off all the rubberized part, and so now it looks like it's just plain plastic, so it looks better. And most important is you don't have thin pieces of rubber sticking to your pants, so everything looks very nice and original. So here I had a broken cover here. They have not replaced it, but I think I'll just have to buy the part and just replace this cover. Other than that, everything looks very nice. So the seats look nice and clean. They even cleaned the seat belt anchors here, and it's lovely. Yep, everything is great. Look, they even cleaned the pedals, and yeah, you can see a bit of dirt on it, but that's because I just drove the car here. Yeah, it will get dirty from now on, but well, they put it back to stock very well. So if you look at the car now, you think that it is just out of the showroom. Okay, at the back, this little cover here was also melting, but what CraftLab did was they didn't replace it, but this is actually a piece of thin leather wrapping around the outside of that piece of plastic, and this part was also in very bad condition, and they have again refurbished it. So it's the little touches that they have done that make the car look good. And the rear seats, I think this was the one I cleaned with the putzi, so everything looks nice. Okay, so this is the engine compartment, and you can see where CraftLab has done a very good job. They have cleaned up all this black stuff and made it look black and clean up, and even the inside of the bonnet, they didn't repaint it, but they cleaned it up and it looks really good. Yeah, this looks really good. The original cover there, that was the heat insulator, has long disappeared because it all fell off, but they have cleaned off the paint and it looks just as good. Good job. Right guys, all things said and done, I think CraftLab did a wonderful job on my car. The contact details for CraftLab are in the description below, and if you need them to give you a quotation, well, please get in touch with them. And thanks guys for watching this video. Till we meet again, bye bye.